All right, shalom. Yeah, that nyao pass so I'm at the patch. That's the thing. Yeah, babe, what? Yeah, this one so. All right, to your bar, make sure say the what you shoot. You be mas na share child. Obey uche. Yeah, the nyao pass. Say the message I can't be no. Yeah, babe, share. Yeah, na King Solomon. Manage your wisdom. And him said, because me kind you can say manage ababu. Yeah, say ababu and one wisdom. Yeah, because amount utransi out drink. Right, all praise the Most High. Say nyampon through all the prophets. But ye obia gift any idea so obia trade right. And see, open wisdom. Bible in wisdom right. And a Bible nyampon me as they say. Oh, your Bible can show so bad to you be mana or should be you che. Yeah, my mention the young Kosera. No, Uncle James. Yeah, me check. I can say, let me touch on this real quick. All right, Uncle James, James chapter 1, verse 5. All right, James chapter 1, verse 5. I'll say, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, it shall be given him. Right? About me, it says, who hear wisdom. One I said the ubusan, we also busa wisdom every nyankopon. But before nyankopon the wisdom the bema, and then I saw ye. All right. Yanko Psalms. Yanko idea yes so I say yeah and say nyankopon this wisdom no the bema. Right, your Psalms 111 verse 10. Yanko idea so yeah and say nyankopon this wisdom no ebema. Psalms chapter 111 verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom. And see, Bible method so also nyankopon and I shall say the nyansa, right? Or say, and a good understanding have all that do his commandments. And before benya nyankopon wisdom be ma, before nyankopon obenya wisdom no, eso uyo obi a odi emrase no so. Nti say sanity ba ne say na all these pastors are mo asase we so. Eka so mo na wo nyansa all Bible nim. Which means a false. Because Bible meter says obi a obenya wisdom before obenya wisdom na so nyankopon. Why I didn't know so nyankopon because when him say so ko boy dwaman a nyankopon obenya yare obi ba ni kuruma be ku ana na ba be obi no e what fi asase we so. Right? And two, because I was showing nyankopon judgment of the bebron, o shall say enya wisdom. Right? Because when him said thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Right? Yanto aso. Or say for the fear, or say for the beginning, or say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? Who's showing upon the judgment now, and I shall say wisdom. Right? A good understanding have all they that do his commandment. It's just so much understanding our Bible, for example. John 3:16, as a training say, hey, John 3 is nyampon do bia, so them pastors a trainer. Right? And the nyampon me tells us so open understanding our Bible woman. I didn't say it said the udi emrasam so. When I all praise the Most High, nyampon de I then I'm bishop the 10 odi emrasam so ntino. Nyampon de man of wisdom and man understand our Bible into it or may I say about John 3 because John is in Mr. John is nyampon do bia. But udi emrasam so nyampon ma understand your Bible ni ma. Who say now John 3 is seen na Bible ne kan on nyampon en kama ewiase nyina or kama Israelites ne nkwa the children of Israel no come ho asem. Right? And so udi emrasam ne so a and the onya understanding our Bible ni. Right? Because uso nyankopon ma nyansa unya nyansa ne so a ne nyankopon asa ma asochro ma understanding said na me kan. Right? Me kind be Psalms 111 verse 10 or say the fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments, his praise endure forever. Right? Tibami say so before benya wisdom na so nyankopon usoni because unim asotwe de ba so when the emerson so and understanding now Bible to say John 3:16 to say our Revelations to say Genesis to say and if I what baptism yes you do no so man as you can see do no so Sa understanding nyina no ubenya sa understanding nyina na eso uyo bia de udi emrasem so. Right? Nyampon mo pastors na omo Ghana na omo na yesi na me yesi na nyampon omo nyina omo ya trofo because omo ndi emrasem so. And there's no way nyampon be more understanding our Bible ni. Right? So until King Solomon King Solomon was King Solomon was the wisest king ever to live on this planet, King Solomon, right? Right. No, Nyansen Bia, just if you ask me Nyansen, like King Solomon, all right, my mention out there. Yanko Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. No. Before I go Ecclesiastes, Yanko First Kings. Mechanically, manage class Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, Sirach, mechanic. Why? Because amount Nyansa. Have cry me pay. Yanko First Kings chapter 3 verse, me shall say 3 verse, verse verse 7. First Kings chapter 3 verse 7. All right, I say, and now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. Into where King Solomon had a bomb by a chinyang. What's nyapon? One mama yon here, one man papa by yon what first as and now the one mama abeshan night. Right? And now you say nyapon misa. Shalom. Unim say nyapon the misa. Minim how I me ko na meba. Minim nyansa how I me movie in and out. Right? Yantwaso. Verse 8, or saying, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen. And in Solomon's nyapon, what choose me and my king over people? I what choose you or Israel, the children of Israel, what choose you or what mama I king over them, right? Or say, verse 8, or say, and thou and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Verse 9. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge these people? Who is able to judge this thy so great people? Right? Great a people. Right? Solomon's nyampo me so minim ha me kɔ no maba nti me so de mame understanding how na me hu ha me de meet me judge the children of Israel. Me to also. Verse 10. And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon has seek this thing. Nti empire Solomon ebocho nyankopon ni gin ho say empire Solomon be a good empire. Yenye so ne ko empire ma na me pese me to Gucci na me se me to Prada na me se me to Bentley dem na me se me to car. Me tie nyum bi you can say brother we friend say familia na familia o sinyampon o ma me sika no ma me car na mbo as bibisa o ma me sika no ma me car o ma me nkwa no ma me asen ni nkwa otene say ma me hwe no right now it's all we tie nyum am na ye bisa bibia fi nyankopon ha ye musa say nyampon ye nyansa ne di mrasem so nyampon nyampon ye sure boy ho ba ne de nya gidi ewo mu ne ntimi di mrasem so ye mosa empire no obi ato nyom no obon paye a osese nyampon mema na sidan kese osese nyampon mema na de ato ka dem osese obon paye sese nyampon mema na sika bebre weni ade a ye de yese fi nyankopon but Solomon anya sa that's what Solomon called nyankopon ka chi nyampon si nyampon ma nyansa na mi hu a metimi ajage the children of Israel enti empire na Solomon a boy no nyampon de ani gin ho me to aso me kemi nko nyom no ese be mame hwe now I'm a man call. But anyway, Namiti Namiti. Yeah. Verse 11. And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee. neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. So until Solomon empire boy sin young person young the money understanding no who bet me a judge the children of Israel. Young point they are announce empire. No. Why? Because how I Israelite and how you live your life. How I ain't Ghana for Israelite never Ghana. How you live your life. You know how you judge in yam. Let me share kind of show we oh by the way come they be a infinity. Let me show be how many brothers are more prison because of policemen are more evil. Wicked policemen are the more trying to almost so and more prison. Right? Because I ain't seeking for understanding how you be judging in your money. No, we are what? Our heart is set to do evil. Right? Our heart is set to do evil because at the end of the day, your honor said they be the embarrassment so. Near the ye daily right. And when empire Solomon boy, but all kind to us on Yampon blesses Solomon with a lot of things, riches. What is Solomon? Someone Yampon blesses Solomon with everything because empire Solomon had a boy, right? And you go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse, Misha say 3 verse, Misha say 3 verse 16, or say Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 16, or say, I communed with my own heart, saying, lo, I am come to a great estate, and I have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. This is what I'm say, me trust na me Jones, say, kings or mobile as we soon now, me wonya say, I'm say, our riches, no be a sin omo. Yanto aso. Or say, yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. Or someone say, me great experience with wisdom and understanding. Because young Pom blesses Solomon with wisdom and understanding. Young Sunny understanding Solomon, it was saying a yasik even up till now. Right? Verse 17. Or say, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also vexation of the spirit. And to as I said, the nyansa or nyan Jones. Mami searching for more nyansa. Mami searching for more understanding. And what's as we so. And to go through read Ecclesiastes. First Kings, no, Second Kings. Solomon can't about how nyansa experience in how a son of money vanity, son of money vex or spirit. Sanyansa no search any son of money who say at the end of the day who said the vexation of the spirit and after say a vanity, right? And see my kind Ecclesiastes manage as I can manage Proverbs, Sirach, Ecclesiastes, manage book no because I talk about wisdom and understanding and the rest of the Bible. Right? Be on the favorite Bible. Right? Be because my favorite Bible book Jeremiah, obviously Ezekiel. Obviously the New Testament, right? All praise the Most High. But you name says Solomon on one Christ, right? But all praise the Most High. And see, your Bible share Ecclesiastes chapter 7. My topic then say, hear wisdom, get understanding, right? Because also how you ain't gonna from how you lead your life today. And if you say okay, but Bible say okay. But and after so osha tete no ye na me yakasa omubu ya be wo omosi de onyansani onyansani ye buni be ye nkana sem right because obi onyansa no obuni be obeta say oh asem aka no okay nyansa wo bo kwase ade masa obuni be onti ase one ko sabe didi watem so didi na tem right it's about Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse me ba be kind the whole chapter I hope say meet me menche right. Team about here. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 or say a good name is better than precious ornament and the day of death than the day of one birth. And to back me as I said or say a good name is better than precious ornament. A good name is better than precious ornament. How you lead your life our Ghana you need good name. You need good name, cry. Social media. way I am say way adwamayo na me share bi or social you nya na kese me say busa no ma na me share bi on social media shalom na me share bi on social media about how and then the Ghana former no mo form ukranchi ni baba oto ane ai obon so ne be ma for ehye ho Ghana ye ba ma for din boni ye bo we din that's any good name I didn't say because right now emrase na be me nya good name no and then obi atwe no afri the pastors na SS am na SS emrase no obi antimi do so and then the Ghana for atwe mo afri emrase no until right now they so be nya obi a betimi a trust na eden obi nya obi a obi trust na na so obi o good name no eden Bible me tells us see a good name better than precious ointment. We can kind of Proverbs chapter 22 say a good name is better than riches as a bibisa. Right? So we would dimpan a yentita de biana ye mama no me any kasa koku ama edimpaye because edimpaye de echo a tree. Who dimpa echo a tree. Right? Or say and the day of death than the day of one birth. Or say a day of birth. Or say a day of birth. Or say a day of death. A day of death. Or say the day of death than the day of one birth. You know so what all about when you but in Solomon say so be we first as a better since it better since ya wo foforo. I didn't Solomon ekasa. Yen hwa de yen call Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 1. Where can I make na menkai? Okay, mem ko Job. Yen ko Job. Yen ha asema Job kan. Yen ha asema Job kan. Or say a said will be free as we so rather than say that you better say ubi say you be foforo, right? And you have some Job, you na Job a kind. You have some more kind about a war. Job chapter 1, Job chapter 3 verse 1 or say after this Job opened his mouth and cursed his day. Verse 2 and Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was sad. Sorry. I'll say verse 2, I'll say verse 3. Let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man child conceived. It's Job say, or cursing there you no. Also cursing there you no because if I can make it. Your war bars as we saw, we go through trial, we go through hell, right? We go through oppression, we go through sicknesses. Now the what free as we saw, right? And Job yet as a Job so cursing there that you will no. Well, also a cursing there, that you will no. All right, yanko back to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 1. Or say, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one birth. And to me, as I say ubewu every as we no, a better sense here because uba as we so go through, and so he'll go through our hotrim, we'll go through yire, we'll go through oppression. When it a normal day, and when it a normal ubekum. Right, and the Solomon wisdom or trans or trans or when said, nah, yes, it will be fair as rather than say that, rather than say a why? Because you will be go through and no matter be brema, go through. She need the ocean color almost as we so because because I didn't think you will me. Why? Because a normal old comb not say, nah, I didn't think you will me. Then because me bass as we so because a normal old comb no or very she said nanki ya no. Yantuaso. Verse 2. Or say it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. Or say I didn't the Psalm will say I saw if you yesu obi wa yesu ho. Or say I better so beko baby yesu ho rather than so beko baby ye party partner ko enjoy. I didn't Solomon ekasa. Because at the end of the day, say, enjoy your life. Because Bible come say, so enjoy your life. But I didn't think Solomon met as say, yes, sir, call baby a man for soon. Rather than say, baby a year the year 50. My mentor also. Or say, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. And to say, until I saw yes, baby a year morning, rather than so baby a year 50 year party, enjoy. I didn't know Solomon Ekasa or say for that is the end of all men. Or say this is the end of all men. And then Solomon Eka or about death. Death is the end of all men. Yet nebe fi asasu so. But who say obe fi asasu so and then old dream, old thinking how we live our life. For example, Yanko Sirach 41 verse 3. You heard the Bible they can. So a death, a idea obia be free as so. Obia be free as so. Right? Yanko Sirach chapter 41 verse Sirach chapter 41 verse 3. Or say, fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee, and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh. Right? Bamiata says, death, nyampo kreti death for all flesh. Right? Obia be free as asuwe so. So you're righteous, oye di boni, still be free as asuwe so. But the entire Solomon Eka say, obia or say the living will lay it to his heart. Meaning, otas asuwe so if you say oba asasu so eno no ba oba asasu so there's a reason why nyampon de oba asasu so nyampon wadwuma odi ama say the so oba asasu so ebe. For example, Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 8 or saying, but if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, asasu so many years, say 50 years, say 100 years, now we enjoy it. Who enjoying all of them. Or say, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity. Verse 9. Or say, rejoice, O young men, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in thy ways of thy heart. Oh, you're young man, said you'll be kind of YOLO. Yep, enjoy your life. Me a young. Because social media have me young, me 20 years. My man enjoy, my man come your party, my man come your club, my man am for a man bear 5 and damn you okay. My man ma 5 and damn you okay. Bible so why now your youth no enjoy it. Or say, Messiah Candy will say verse 9. Or say, rejoice, O young men, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth, and walk in the ways of thy heart, and in the sight of thy eyes. But know thou that all these things God will bring thee into judgment. And that say, oh, enjoy your life, no, oh, party, whatever, oh, enjoy your club, oh, the member better and down in my bed, the outrod, the budget, my old dear, who number some sense. So, someone so enjoy, oh, enjoy the no. That's all dream say, Bibia ye biano, yampon the beba, or so the judgment at that home. Bibia ye biano, judgment at that home. Yanko Revelation chapter 22. Revelation chapter 20 verse 12, or say, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Right? See, Bibia, you buy no assassin, Biano, and you had the ultra, and you boy your mind when Dim Rasam so we are into what should be Bia. And the other day, who not first as so all kind of judgment. It not someone so they right now, no, you're young, office or you're young, oh, enjoy, oh, party, oh, boy, your mind, oh, dear, who you say, But I say, a time will come out, bibia uye biano judgment at the home air train. Bibia uye biano judgment at the whole air train. Yanko Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 14. Or say, for God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So whatever we was association, at the end of the day, no judgment at the whole channel. And then Solomon say, yes, said the obeko baby among fools, rather than so call party now enjoy now chile. But in all no drink, Kai said, a time will come and be biano, they will come to or say the living Mama kind be Mama Jack is our scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. Or say, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men. Or say, a war the sentence of the Lord for all flesh. A word the home minu. Or say, and the living will lay it to his heart. Or say, oh, you're living. Or better say, I just say, Paul, and you need to be fair. So, my brabona me born, me send a me bar brabono. Me ma brabona based on having pastor catch and say, oh, I'm ransom no be into me so. And I say, Mindy, I'm ransom so naturally me what judgment by me and quadje. Some of me at us say, be baby and say, yeah, papa, say, bonny, judgment at the whole chair. Obedient means scape, mimit means scape. Obia the ebego obia be free as but who are a jima ye no judgment at the whole channel. So yeah, papa, judgment at the whole channel. Say oh yeah, bonny, judgment at the whole channel. Obedient me escape. Into obia ye living no, what's not sabbath no say, hey, and po ye be free as but abrabona me bono, abrabona me bonus say. Me we are dear, me sisi obi, me many bro be. Me bokro no, me dear wo, me na musum semso, me keep sabbath day ni holy, me reproko, me rekoto. When you are there, the engineer said, Tenasi will say, Sanomana ye no. Say any young pom ransom in Shannon, young pom a judgment at the hall, the air train. It will be a year living no, what's dream one, near the what finding how I will be live life right, according to young pom ransom. All right, Yantuaso. Verse 3, or say, sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Or say, sorrow is better than laughter. I didn't know sorrow is better than laughter. Because obi also or go through stuff. Obi also no, but my main kind of or say that sorrow is better than laughter. For by sadness is the countenance, or say for by sadness of by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Yanko Ecclesiastes. I mean Sirach. Yanko Sirach chapter 1 verse. Sirach chapter 1 verse 23. I say, a patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring unto him. Right? To Bamiata says, at the end of the day, the patient man will bear for a time, but sorrow is better than laughter. Sorrow is better than laughter. But also for by the countenance of the for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. When the same time now dream about one say, it's in the Solomon say about what trans dream about no say about or say they about a vexation of the spirit. No wisdom or say wisdom now a vexation of the spirit. No say who say about a vanity. Because we be all ye be no as so train at the order air train. All right. Yento also. Verse 4 or say, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Why? Because the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Because so be all your wise not here. Some people so that she means me free as so. It's ni na adisuama obi o nyansa. It's who say no money na or transfer entrance na my brother me but let's miss sano. Because how you see the uni mu wa hwe enda. Amanfo bebre efa asaso so omo ye gaga omo ye se omo bo adwama omo die we ne do omo ni asaso so obi se de na eda ho twe omo Judgment ended the whole train. Until be your wise no, or you say, or also could be a man for you. Why? Because you say death a sentence for all men. Our Bible was as serious no, as so train at the whole judgment at the whole train. Say, yeah, papa, say, bonnie, judgment at the whole train. Yen to us. Bobi oye question day. Hey, young pass me your young. My man enjoy share. Mo ya adoring wa ha. Mo ya eyi wa ha. Or they Ghana for credit no money jin ho. Mo ya party wa ha. Mo ya adoring obosu ho. Okwase de bia okwase no drink on office on. Akwase bi zo de on obe transaction so forever. But unim how unim when nyampo me you free as aso so. All right, yan to us verse 5. Or say, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the songs of fools. Or say, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise. So can you two said can you two akulafa? Men say enyeme ma intimi a futu. No. How can you two before? That's what translate the SOT. That's what translate SOT. Okay, Bible na Bible nyanya opon tu na nanam for. Then the Bible said, blessed are they that readeth. And you can kind Bible net okay futu nyapon ye na nanam edima omomba nyapon de my your prophets na or the my na nanam song say ampa say usade yesi miti because a futu ede a futu ema wonkwa. A futu etwon a futu pa etwon fi boni. Nti obi onyansa no okoba bi ne etu obi fo anga say oh we dey say enyeme papa na say enyeme into no otwam ko no obi onyansa no betan say tie bi de eton asum no afa no de nam no de babrabo Bible we eme futu Bible actually how I say live your life and you can kind Bible na futu no o de tu tim na de o de babrabo but kwase ade obaka say master Bible no me pastor catch so be ntimi ndi Bible so ntimi me na me tia me tight sana ya de o meka because okay for example o kind Bible say thou shalt not commit adultery. Nyampo my example how I saw commit adultery there but talking kind Proverbs I think it's Proverbs chapter 7 and 6 Proverbs chapter 6. Okoba Jeremiah ade bit me ato. Okay kind Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. Obo Jeremiah ya rewe nyina nyampo de beba so. So to say utie say rebuke utie say futu we nyina na the two trim now they all the barbrabo unim say nya me say me tempting nyankopon na say me de nyankopon dia na me koye saboni wa me nim ade o de be me bobi o nyansa no otie the rebuke of the wise but kwase de obaka say emfa ne ho yentoas verse 6 I say for as the cracking of thorns and the apart so is the laughter of a fool. This is vanity. So obi o hwa brabo how ye brabo anya Bible na kam nim how ye brabo ye na nanom mutu afo so munya ni asaso so right nti hwa brabo how ba hwa how brabo tia mame hwe how or say the cracking of thorns yen hwe adiko eba yen ko google hey months near the manner I say the cracking of the thorns yen hwe adiko yen hwe de Solomon eka yes, me pay video. I say, can it be verse 6 or saying, for as the cracking of the thorns under a part, so is the laughter of a fool. And the idea. Would you also be in the crack thorns? Actually, would it thorns? Would you actually a yasi I was so jatum now would it pot as so? You hear how it sounded. The Bible is sana or kwasia esre. Solomon, oh, wise king, man. All praise the Most High. My man has many videos be on YouTube. Work. Me, I heard it. I said, yeah, heard. As I comparison Solomon. Eh, me, I see. All right. My man said, me find it. scripture. I mean, anyway, there's no. Okay, Maria is Maria way. Cracking of the Maria had yeah. Cracking of the thorns. Okay, and they said one who thorns usoja na the usoja or thorns na the policy so pa 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 pa. O say na okwase ase annoying. Annoying. Someone say the cracking of the thorns, or say the verse 6, or say for us the cracking of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of fools. This is also vanity. O hear cracking of the thorns, usoja na the pot, usoja or thorns na the policy so pa 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 pa. Solomon say sana okwase esre. Because okwase ade amafo so no enfa no ho part to enjoy o kan nyanza se no kan kwaya asem. There's many videos on YouTube o hwe nyanza se amafo kana obi to no kan kwaya asem timi hwe ni say hey abrabo nem se amafo ntiki abrabo ne de abrabo ne serious. All right, my mentor also I'll say verse 7. I'll say surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Yeah, oppression really makes a wise man mad. Oh yeah, how I gonna for you see omo anamoka yet to go to buy commodity. But the next year to go near commodity. Oppression gonna for come. Ara for back Ghana, omo be say ye japade ko. Chinese for back, omo say japade ko. All these nations almost say japade ko. Who sa no more who the condition of people on call for now. People are good no yamudia or your yamudia not omo breno. Emma wadwin boom. Emma wadwin boom. I say surely oppression makes the wise man mad. Who the oppression of your people? Oh, you're mad. Okay, all the leaders come and come out. Who the oppression of our people? Nibufu, you can say, nah, it's your independence. If we British nation, she Sankofa, she Lumumba, one beam, she Nelson Mandela, who the oppression of our people. And Momu said, nah, and you can see, it's not Abrabomusa. So they fight for their people. So as the Nyaponyani prophets, Nami said, nah. Yene Israelites, yene Israelites no. Nyampo de mass ne my see this so be me chen ewiase mi na that didn't na ye form na omo me so me ye nkwa no omo die so. Nti kin kan bab ne ma ubufu kase ubufu te se kwatwe se kan koyo no nyes nam ka. Ubufu te the extent so strike kase na mami di massam so na motivate me people no mo so di massam no nyam ye de ye ruling over our enemies. So oppression makes the wise man mad. Solomon Ekasimi was say Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 8. Or say, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth in sorrow. You increase in sorrow. Now upon then send a to sa. And you want me good, want me cocoa, want me oil, want me way, bad in here bressa. They be now raho. Okay, Kabam now who say I need Israel for the didn't I bread, didn't you gold MY, you cocoa MY because yendi and masters now point at enemy 2 years. So to who san your menu now or but at the same time, no oppression you come my matters am I mad to the stance nah you can say yes, sir. Yendi masters now point in a man quanche. Yendi masters now point in strike. And to oppression, your oppression now on call for come, oppression now will come no, and make you mad. Why? Because okay, can't grab the mouse say, you nipa nyampo choose your man's a year more than all nations. Nyampo say a dini master so best attain above all nations. Me to also. I say, surely oppression makes a wise man mad. I say, and a gift destroyed the heart. I say, a gift destroyed the heart. Oshe hawa amount for be branded day or more prison. For example, I didn't amount for be very prison another day. Obu ha and power boneno, bobu ha. And police for me atro for money breeze can see no. Omo jizika amobi ho tre omo amanede enipa no e wo prison. Oshe your leaders another omo Ghana. Enam sikanti obia be said obey adepama na boa Ghana obia ye ade ebo akwasiboni why because omanya sika she gold any natural resources say wa Ghana how many benefit you anya mamufo I don't know it's me benefit my mama for because the leaders not jisika. I hear for ajisika. So and so I want training I'm a man for come no. Leaders name why? Because omanya gift. Omanya gifts. Okay, how Ghana catch a gun and see any Israelite for now, but so or no what would you do at him and any Israelite for now because I didn't know cast because when your gift because once the iPhone I consider in the year. And then I got him and say I consider no your iPhone or no on the year bonsam or no na or yeah bonsam or no all press here on tiasia because what when your gift when your iPhone when your car or them or the 95 or the need was see. Into on tiasia. It's in Bible say gift and destroy your heart. Oje bribe and destroy your heart. Oje gift a umu or money ye de bia no bebu ama or nipa no de gift no emao na wo call for every. Oje all the leaders are or my first great leaders nyampo use some mama je yen Israelites ni free can I say I mean, my main cannot pray because right now still we are still under oppression. But through slavery, for example, now upon you some more free slavery. Kwame Nkrumah kwaje gift. One ka kwasibu ni anka chaka se kwasibu ni mamisika. Na ndina ede omutu ni free as we. I mean, presidency is no. Lumumba the same thing. Sankofa the same thing. Omuni omanje gift ntina kwasibu ni ede eku no. Why? Because they care for our people. Because who oppression call for a comb. And there's no way on major gifts. There's no way how oppression you come on. Uncle say mama koji sikanami emrasem the men dane and say oh emrasem no be antimi ndi so. Che gift are mo passes na enyanti mo tight no mutua na eye gift emo. It no mutimi kan say yenye Israelite for na eso ja prekowe eso ja kotowe eso ja shrimp no omutimi kasa why because omunya gift Bible say gift it destroy your heart gift it change your mindset if I can me had it mama find the scripture I be see margin mama okay yanko mama had it real quick mama had it scripture be see margin mama find it real quick 20 okay yes Exodus chapter 23 verse 8 it say and thou shalt not take no gift for the gift blindeth the wise also obi onyansa and so Bible say ni kwan say gift because oje gift be blind or eyes oje gift be judge wrong oje gift unhu ababu judgment untimi mbu ni ye obebu in favor of nipa na wanya gift no every no ho no Bible say ni kwan say gift Bible say baby eda no e say the eso de to so when the d4 eso Genesis asuma say d4 also oje gift be blind o untimi mbu asem ni ye unti obi a nyansani no untimi nka asem nyansanim ube ka asem na mana a benefit nipa na wanya gift every no ho Metwaso or say and thou shalt take no gift for the gift blindeth the wise and pervert the words of the righteous or say gift perverted the words of the righteous fene de amanfo bebra or moje gift how omadane no kwena by your trofo she how amanfo moje gift and do mu prom omo person mu push homosexual and lesbianism e wo Ghana NMC call emergency or perverted the words of the righteous. We are righteous most watching you one no. Why? Because when you sika. So when you sika to the done it one no. So Oshe you kind of say brother way post to Adewe says David Opoko as one. I'll say hi guys, I have MTN Vodafone and all of this. That's the mindset they also who use life for no. The mindset say oba no once you can Bible rather than so be a question. Rather than so be or selling the business. Charlie it's now who else say the oppression makes a white. We bring your oppression. I'm not for bar EBT and massive. I'm not for bar be a question. But Ghana for be mu use wait, place platform, but so we make it sika. You see the mindset of until now. The Bible say, also there. Yeah, party in your almost sense. It didn't say you entertain your emotions. As you can Isaiah chapter 58 verse 1. I'll say cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice. Ghana mindset, are you crazy? Are you crazy to the next level? So Ghana needs me to say, asem na ya kan so aba asem na nko brother yi ke mami tie bi na me mbusa question. Ono aba na open sika ntentem. Open sika ntentem so post how ade or the business or your. Oh man. Yen nyamo use like there. Ejuma we enye easy o. Uye nyampo ema nyampo nyane na hu ne kwena obie wadwe na hu unya nyansa na o kire ade a. Na hu how a destroy yen nyamo yen Israelites ne ye. Yen nyamo or Israelites or Ghana how we have been destroyed. I bet you say sanka yakosi boni platform na kamija na me John 3 sanka on post sanka obi bisa question. But anyway, yen tia say yen Ghana for adweno obi beka adweno akofa a pastors na ma adweno ene mosomsem na akofa. Enti adweno ayira kra. Adweno ayira. Papa some papa munim baboni de almost solutions. All right, me introduce you so. My main DVT in free. Me set time call. No, my imagine it. Do baby out. All right. And the Bible says, "Gift and destroy your heart." And you can see a gift. And the Bible says, "Be also you content with what you have." So okay, you lead the said okay kind Deuteronomy chapter I think it's 19 verse 17. I come about how so leader be DS so eso so nyankopon. Sanka sa leaders we nyina no komu so nyankopon na komu di mras na komu nje gift. Because nyankopon bless asase no asase ni metimi aboa oman no. But na gift no makodi nti no omu hu emfaso e no man nyankopon bless e was asase ne so. Yanto aso. Mami had this. We trust Sirach 20 verse 29. Mami had it real quick. Oh yeah, my man called Sirach, good one. Sirach chapter 20 verse 29. Sirach chapter 20 verse 29. Or say, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise, and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. Until obi o man a gift, obi a wise, someone a gift, how man sika, until me correct you. If you say Bonnie Ecoso or Ghana, if you say the entire because I'm not for baby, I'll meet me. I can say, no, as soon as the oil is so giant. Omun no manya sikento e mutimi nkasa. Omutimi nkasa. Enti na Bible say ngwa say a gift because so the oje gift a close one no a utimi correct you obi. Utimi nka obi inform so. Utimi nka no cry no. And then the enti amount for utimi nka no cry e wo Ghana because omaje gift, omaje bibi. Police near GBB, no transfer to is near the Nakoshim. I'm not for be priest because police near transfer on it so. Why? Because police know what is car. Because social media, me share how Yenyom is like omu dealing with each other now. Say, yeah, we are destroy people. Obia the gift. It's in the corner any correction and case word. Any will be. Yantwaso. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. It makes me away and also all right. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, my move fast. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Or say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Or Tiba me says, or say it's in your patient. So that we can kind Sirach chapter 1, I think it's verse 28. Or say a patient man will bear for a time. Including myself, I better say that you be learning how you build patience. You build patience, right? You build patience because Bible says in your patience, who possess so. In your who go through trials and tribulation, you point expect to say that you build patience. Nia bear, then you point to show your mercy. Okay, can Sirach chapter 2. Into a yes, you know that you be patience, right? Nanama what? Maybe a Ghana phobia, Ghana for the I business. Yeah, some more. Yeah, some. All right. You try this one so. You try this one so. Verse 9, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 9. Or say, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Until I say, be not to a hasty. I say, be not hasty in the spirit, in thy spirit to be angry. Oh, shall for be no prison. Because Omanya abotire omoti asemi kididi dam ko twen sekan boom omotwe aba boom na de omo prison amofo bebre ene de omo wo mosomsem why because omo ko ahoche kakra de na so benya abotire atraso nyankopon no o ma me ne no mosomsem so amofo bebre ewu because omo na mosomsem so amofo bebre ewu because omo yare to omo say me come pastor how my pastor bon pastor azonto pastor na omo no emrasem no omo say emrasem nyankopon fa nya adwuma no no ma come almost na pastor hwe nso gom so no don start so rather so be call hospital no because nyampo me crowd me at as I say enam say any bible no sunti na be so yatanfo for bibia bible me as I say the oh honor the physician rather than so be hunya say can say hey ampo bible say me this me yes ade it me call hospital no oh me pastor say on call to me pastor so nya okọ heaven ni nyampo akosa azonto me pastor say oni nya okọ heaven ni nyampo akonum ti into to me obesa me yare not to was supposed to first asene so. Oh, hasty to be angry. Oh, nyam point me moame. Ah, na nyam point my twin nyam point nyam point me moame. Most of the wakoi be na did it. No actually. Bible says hey, minu me ni how I say it. You what arbitrary. Because oh arbitrary a better since obo sika was our assassin nyina. Obi a wa arbitrary no a better since since obo sika was assassin nyina. Yen to aso. Verse 9, or say, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Obi also check now boyfriend shall be oh me know ya kwasia. You got kebe na boyfriend na boyfriend. Oh yeah, Bible so ya kwasia. Proverbs, I mean had Proverbs chapter I mean had real quick. I mean to do Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. Let me have it real quick. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. I say, he that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Meaning, abuphobia bibi kakrabia na abofu. Obia Bible says obia to me rule or spirit. No to say you can so say to say a city a war eda ho or say a city a war bi anda ho meaning obi abetimi abawuram abe conquer city no obi abetimi abawuram abe conquer city no why because unim how I control spirit uni learning patience so benya abotre obi bia mu ye wa manfo bi wo bibi kakra bia no mo boafu no watwe sekan bibi kakra fi obi no mo boafu no matwe aba bika kabia no so no mo football say de o makobo pa na yakun amafo bebe ne de abaye tofia mo tafre bika kabe no atwe aba no wo de aba obi na yakun no baba me tell say de any kwan say you hasty in our spirit e me ebufu bika kabe na ebufu no esiesu how I be control me ni nyina ba me tell say obi antimi rule in the spirit no to say a city a war enda ho obi antimi boruam e konka sa city no you go back to Ecclesiastes and show me Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 10 or say not thou what is the cause that the former days were better than these or say not thou what is the cause that the former days were better than these for thou doest not inquire wisely concerning this so say anyone say a casa because as you inquire in the former things Because right now, I share how right now, you know, say change Jesus Christ at the air bar. You know, say they all praise the Most High. Say they who embrace you who say any Israelite for no. You who say ACD embrace no so. You who say salvation air bar. Zonti, all praise the Most High for that. Now, in our forefathers' time, no one needs to keep all this. Mami, I slip on my mind real quick. Mami had this. Okay, Mami go Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 11. Mami can deal real quick. It was Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 11 verse. Hebrews chapter 11 verse. Hebrews chapter 11 verse. Me shall say verse 14 or say. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country, right? Our forefathers that time they seek a country, right? Let me hear country no musiki. Verse 15. And surely, if they had been mindful of that country from hence they came out, they might have an opportunity, have not returned towards slavery. Verse 16. But now they desire a better country, that is an heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared for them a city. So all the in the Bible, no one seek the kingdom of heaven, but omanya chance no who sa no man. Yeah, time na nyampon bo ibu sa no man. Nyampon pa. So unto all praise to Most High. All praise to Most High. And go back to Ecclesiastes. My main rush it. My main go through quick now. Me finish this chapter with you. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 11. I'll say Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 11. I'll say wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is by it there is profit to them that see the sun. Yeah, wisdom is good with inheritance. Right? Wisdom is good with inheritance. Because sometimes you chance dream because there's nowhere I said that wisdom is good with inheritance. Okay, guys, Solomon, I can't Solomon, some of your kind or say Ecclesiastes. And I'm a boy, I say Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 19 or say, and who knoweth whether Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 18 or say, yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. Verse 19, and who knoweth whether he shall be wise man or a fool? Yet he shall be yet shall he have rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored, and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun. This is vanity. Obi a yakwasa do japade nyama na obesa japade no. Bobi oyo nyansa no odi japade ma no ohwe so ema ne ma ne dachi ma ema eso be enjoy. Japade na wo Ghana no. Ehwam na enjoy japade enye yema na be join. Embe enjoy. Inim say mama mu for ema na be enjoy sa japade no. It's in the Bible mbu. But nyansa wo Bible nyampon de maye menu mienu. Wa fa ma akwasi broni na Chinese ni na Arab ni. Or the maye say ye di mrase musu benya enkwade. Or the maye say ye di mrase musu a eni ye be rich, ye be prosper e wasaso so. But Ghana for embassy be di mrase so. Hwe de na de obi ye. Hasi no beton ne Vodafone business. Yanko back to Ecclesiastes. Verse 12, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12. I'll say for wisdom is a defense. Wisdom a defense. Because okay, kind of Bible me say the wages of sin is death. That's wisdom. Right? Unya wisdom say, nah, massa, me ko bo dwama ya onyampon be ma me yare bi. Me ko bo dwama ya onyampon wa wo bekumi afiri asaso. Me ko bo dwama ya wa oba na me ne ko da no. Ni kunu betimi abe mi bibi. Into wisdom a defense for what? For evil. Wisdom a defense. Okay, Ecclesiastes that there's a Solomon Eka about this wise men another country obi ba be conquer almost city, but there was this wise men oba obi sevu omo winning war no. I didn't know him for her, or meant me winning war no. Bobi onyans ne buy ne de omo winning war no. Wisdom is a defense. Wisdom me as I say you can see a gift. Because OJ gift one no be close ultimate correct to be ultimate kind of correct. Then na ekoso e wisdom. Sanke di wisdom ne so and ke defense say and Chinese need me magana MSC gold enko. Chinese need me magana MSC natural resources enko. Wisdom. Bible say wisdom a defense. Bible say wisdom a defense. Emma protect a japade Emma. But obi oye kwase no obeka say oh nyanse nim na and then any biaba and I'm saying any biaba and then the biaba no wisdom any trim amount for chini omo ye koda yanto aso verse 7 or say for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. Money is a defense. Leadership actual class, so many class about 1 Timothy chapter 6, I think 6 verse 10. The root of money is the what's it? My main find it. My main go to South scripture, but some jacking it up. I'll say 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. I'll say for the love of money is the root of all evil. And in the Bible, leadership actual class we. I'm going to go through details. I'm a great understanding. Right? Until Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 12 will say money is a defense. Money is a defense against what? Against amateur. Unya zikaya day. Obedebet your rent. Unya zikaya debet your light bill. Unya zikaya debet call hospital. Unya zikaya debet your school fees. Unya zikaya debet your dianiadi. Mame chawa there. Yanko Sirach. No, yanko Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 19. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 19. Or say, a feast is made for laughter, and the wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. And Tim Sika answer bibia. Menkasi wanya sika na kusisi obio. Menkasi sika wanya sika na kubo bapa oku obio. No. Wanya sika kombaso. Because in him saying yes, sika, we bet you better than yedi, or the better at the ashe, or the better in Swanum, or the better your light bill, or the better your car repairs, or the better hospital, or the better or the better or your akoma. Sika a defense for poverty. Sika a defense for poverty. But the amount for be some be juma. Until movie are there. And no sika, sad in sika. Sika ne se wa brand the wanya. E dey can Solomon and nature say there. So obi a oya adwuma na onya sika na wo enjoy ya o say e sweet. O da wada onya obi ani asem because one go sisi obi. And one go wi obi ade. Because o go sisi obi a what mean that just say da be na nipa ma be sisi me. Also die papa. O go wi obi aso ade a. Also o da how just say that once no ba wi ade na makọ wi ano. Unti mean da yi. Bo obi obre ese na nimfefe efa kwan pa so nya nsika no oda onye obi ani asem oda it is a defense for poverty obi ani hwe leadership mo travel ko ha e dey ye esika yanko diaso ankotete ahaban so you koto plane ticket no esika na ye dey it ba me as say sika a defense against what? Against poverty. Sika a defense against against poverty. Sika a defense. So because just say so it's na me kwa ejuma master send nipa ni kwa so utie no. Yen to aso. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 12 will say, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. And see, all in all, no, you say that in wisdom. Wisdom understand yenti emrasem so. Obi a wisdom nyampo mema ebo ni sika. Obi a wisdom who defense against what? Against evil. Yentoaso. Verse 13. Or say, consider the work of God, for who can make the straight which has been made crooked? I'm up a baby chance and say, oh, John, you see, nyampo be so obia. Someone say, consider the work of God. For who can make that straight which has made crooked? Akosibo nyampo am no crooked. Arab ni nyampo am no crooked. Chinese form all nations nyampo am crooked. Are you crooked? What mean enyo straight because what are you? Oh my korea mu ntomu yin papa. No. Bible is so can Sirach chapter 12 verse 9. Never trust that enemy. Because nyampo am man one creature so munye straight. Amafo bebre say onyansa sin onu nyakopon. Enti asema nyampo ga say Bible ni Israelite, yen Israelite ni dia no. Oh, no, Bible no obi odi mrasem so once Israelite ni. Asa na okay. Nyampo se mama mu Israelite mu di mrasem so mu ma choose mu se mu na mu ye men call for. Mu na ma choose mu ma se mu na mu ye straight e mama. Even though right now mu di mrasem so but still ma choose mu se still mu na mu ye straight mama nti na me di mrasem mama. But Ghana ni nyansa o ti asa so nyina wo ne se on ti ase se akosi broni Bible ni enya ne dia. That the oppression makes the wise man mad. On tiasye. I didn't think something if you say onyansa sin yankopon and tiade nyankopon say enye street no. Ghana fo nyansa ni na mbesa de ni crooked. Bible say ni kwan say di birthdays. Bible say ni kwan say di Mother's Day, e di Christmas, e di sanom no. But Ghana for pass nyansa mo nyina say na de nyankopon kan eni your Old Testament no. Into na bit me di Christmas. Dia kwasi broni kan eni say de adwuma. Bible say ni kwan say your boyfriend and girlfriend. Share me pastor say ne de one so anhwe na konyo oba say say one hand wani anje wa orem. Hey, Bible say ni kwan say your boyfriend and girlfriend. Yantuaso, verse 14. Or say in the day of prosperity, or say in the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider. God also has set the one over against the other, to the end that men should find nothing after him. At the end of the day, you depend your trust on Yankopon. Okay, na Job no you're rich or enjoy, but at the end of the day, no, this can be say, but still or trust in Yankopon. Still or trust in Yankopon. Bible say yes, prosperity nyampo may prosper and the same time so or say the prosperity or say in the day of adversity. Job, for example, Osika, but later on the hot train. Tobit, Osika, the need for once me and Yajman the hot train. But at the end of the day, and I'm so much trusting Yampon the issue of mercy. Omunyamu be behind the back. But then they got an intiacy say, I don't know me home train, but you say you say Ghana for you Mundi mercy so. But the understanding almost dreaming someone and yemi. No, yo. I'm not now the suntia. Didn't be bia on the Yampon Ajia free himself. Yanko Sirach. No, maybe yeah, okay, Yanko Sirach. Where? Yanko Sirach chapter 11. Sirach chapter 11, verse 25. Sirach chapter 11, verse 25. I say, in the day of prosperity, there is forgetfulness of affliction. Yeah, what's gonna enjoy? Yeah, on kai da now hot trail. On kai da now nun so koda. On kai da now udi a kokone inkati now they koda. On kai sa de no. Because when I no enjoy you refi. Yanto aso. Or say And in the day of affliction, there's no remembrance of prosperity. And that won't show no. Okay, that I want to be enjoy. Young position I will enjoy. Okay. And then the Bible me say, be I say Paul me okay kind Filipino say maybe whatever situation me will know me content me my margin me my margin say eh okay. Me the asida e ma Nyankopon. Paul be bia no ye fa asida e ma ono Nyankopon. See obi see you new be ye fa asida e ma Nyankopon. Because yes ye cast Nyankopon e wo ho. Omo sika etina Bible so obi sika ni ntimi nya Nyankopon ani ni bi so. I didn't know kasa. Doesn't mean say sika fo nya Nyankopon ani ni bi so nkwa na. Nyo sa no wo ka. Sika ni enka Nyankopon. Hwe ne de omo Ghana omo sika. Obi so omo ka Nyankopon. No omo ti asori dem ba nye onu de ye azonto asori ni azonto. Koka che sika ni say so di mrasa no so. Koka che sika ni say adwuma no eni kwan so ye adwuma Sabbath day. Obi di watem. Ka say Saturday na me making me business. Because the Saturday na enemy making me business. Yeah, try this one so. Verse 15, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 15. I'll say, all things I have seen in the days of all things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Yes, I thought to me just that is not obi oye righteous no first as but we didn't way the one you not what as so no nyapo na choose why sir. Okay, I think it's is this Psalms 55? No, Isaiah 55. Nyapo ni why will take it the righteous if he has as so. Nyapo ni nim sir. Once obi oyi diboni no atans aso so ache kasi anyanpo we de onye gesto that na diboni ni we no nkuni phrase aso so no man atans aso so ache no obi oye righteous na we na phrase aso so no ni kwanse kasa nyanpo na ono na ye de ope ono nim de nti o yes ono nim de nti oyi righteous na phrase aso so no ma wicked no etnase because okay can Matthew Bible say obi o ha on to see death until so bo the son of man ever. Obi oye wudi Nyankopon ama na etransa so or twen say Jesus Christ be ba no de eja abe destroy say nipa no. You crazy o. It's not Bible so when it me atransa I think about Nyankopon the thoughts. No, what obi ani ho. How Nyankopon moving? What mean for adwen ka say Nyankopon na I say Nyankopon that me righteous e better say Nyankopon. No. Yet mean kasa. Oh here we are smart righteous for if we are so wicked people out there. On the times are serious, but sometimes you really say, Nyampon in the ABBA, only the name the entire Oyenesa. Yantuas, verse 16. Verse 16. Okay, kind of scripture, I think it's Ecclesiastes 8. Ecclesiastes 8. I talk about how you would need to understand say when you not chawas so if you say judgment so what as so judgment when you so tribia if you possible you wicked why you wicked for a long time when you so tribia until if you say oh you're okay if you say oh you're okay but the judgment ever yeah we are never who possible need judgment any Chinese for any other nation if you are seeing never who or more judgment especially possible ni verse 16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why should thou destroy thyself? Well, you're too wise to seek counsel, for example. You're too wise to visit. No, Bible they say Bible they say that it's seeking counsel. No, you're too wise. No, don't be too wise in your own eyes. Why I didn't say destroy yourself? Because nyansa any nipa ba to 14. Nyansa any nipa ba for atrium. Then Bible say I say the seeking counsel. Oh, you be now anti-asia. Mam go seek counsel. Mam go bisa. Yantuaso. Verse 17. Verse 17 or say, be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? Bible looking at Sirach chapter 5 verse 5 or say don't add sin upon sin. I didn't know why boni when you want to so. But how continue a saboni no? I didn't know business you ko free as we so entem. Okay, can Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 32. Also nyampon any just obi kun ye free as we obi say nya the repent. Mame call real quick. The time didn't ask me quote two scriptures no. But Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 31 or saying, cast away from you all your transgression, whereby ye have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die, O house of Israel? For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, said the Lord God. Wherefore turn yourselves and live. So until embassy be queen, bonnie am grace through Jesus Christ. Say they between on free sabon, but or kwasia de, oh she nyaminya my anro abasa me obi anche me yenye mi bibia. But one day, said the can or cap ebema or judgment ebeba. So to why bonnie way ya repent free sabon you know. Menye biem for seki sabon and they did continue edim master so. Yento aso. Verse 18 or saying, it is good that thou shouldst take hold of this, yea, also from this withdraw not thy hand, for he that feareth God shall come forth of them all. See, at the end of the day, no, it's the Israel Nyankopon. Me fa ya drink say and until e was asu so. Yen Israel Nyankopon na Nyankopon the indirect way. Yen din masem so the yen fa eno yen understand any wisdom and in emba abrabo no. Verse 19. I'll say, wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. So that me kind of Solomon a about how one wise man is saved a city from being overtaken, right? Or wisdom a better. Second was saying, wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. So wisdom is very powerful. So what wisdom a very powerful, a very powerful to the extent say a can't say Bible way I'm for a buffy a brutal. Bible a book near Kayo by a game near Kaya and then go for a Bible school no more coy. And go for and seven or more can say John 3:16 now and your all nation yampon and go for then I don't know what you say and Kwasune and Anamkum, Emina Castle, and any Cape Coast Castle history, El Bible. I want to ask you why wisdom strengtheneth the wise than 10 mighty men in the city. Bible is strengthening. Book way and strengthening. And you mean Yansa and your school school na mekwam enya Bible ebu nyansa. No. A mrasem is sure me wonya emanyankopon. And it through the leadership or amateur de na de menya sa nyansa kakra nyampon de amame. Into wisdom is strengthened the wise. No, hell no. Me some koyesi here. No, hell no. Me koyesa no. Oh, my making mistake. Okay, my change next time in your study. My continue in the mercy. Wisdom strengthen the wise. Metwaso. Verse 20 or say, for there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. I'm not for maybe reason you're just out making mistakes. You be making mistakes. You be makes me up for more. Who makes me up for more? You making mistakes. You know not David making mistakes, but at the end of the day, you say, oh yeah, also yeah the king of for his heart, and that's say bisa. Right? You know not be making mistakes. Hezekiah making mistakes. At the end of the day, I'm repenting upon the nature. At the end of the day, you be making mistakes. Bible looking kind Proverbs chapter 24 say, a just man ever fall it, but obe picking himself up. But kwasia de aka say, oh no, I'm making mistakes. I'm continue adding sin upon sin. You be making mistakes. And yes, metan say, sure, why we the SM called devil. No. I need a willful sin. No, Bible and chairs are. Bible and chairs said, trans not plan or back according to Quabaco joint. Bible interest said planning how I will be soon. No Bible interest. But Bible matters say be making mistakes. Solomon, of all his wisdom and all his understanding, what person will say no, adjustment be making mistakes. Obi a just no, be making mistakes. Yantuaso. Verse 21. Also, take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear the servant curse thee. Take not heed to all the words that are spoken. Maybe be an answer entertaining. Maybe be an entertaining. Verse 22. I say, for oftentimes also thy own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others. Young from so. Ya young from so, Massa. Sɛ Nyankopɔn yi akyerɛ me nipa mafom ma ka menyɛ sure sɛ ka Nyankopɔn ma tena asase yi so. Yɛn nyinaa yɛafom obi nti na kenka Matthew ɔse sɛdeɛ ɛsrɛ bɔ ne fakyɛ no saa ɔse Nyankopɔn sɛdeɛ ɛsrɛ bɔ ɔse Nyankopɔn mame kind of real quick quick. Yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛfom obi. Matthew chapter 6, verse 14, or say, for if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father also will forgive you. Verse 15, but if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive. Neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Hey, bro, for any day, bro, for now. I ding. All right, T. Yenina ya curse you, yenina ya for mobi. Right, yenina ya making mistakes. Obi for moi, and I'm here. When you pour for my share, but the not be shimmy to me, the maybe any main say, no, massa. What's what for mobi? And I'm what what's what for mobi? So they also boniface free Nyankopon. Sans no be for moi, funny bonny channel. Or repent here, funny bonny channel. All right, you go back to Ecclesiastes 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 23. I'll say, all things I have proved by wisdom. I said, I would be wise, but it was far from me. Verse 24. That which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? Who can find something that's deep? Oh, no. Certain things you cannot find it. Only the Lord can give you that understanding. Something is keep who be no must you be an issue. I'm not for now. Not what kind the book of Joshua. What can you say? Master Bible is there. Kakane wono. Yensu musa. Bible no any apocrypha yensu musa. And who hears about kind the book of Enoch? And who hears about kind the book of Joshua? And who hear young fan check 1611 King James Version Bible. Kakane Bible is there one. Kakane one. You hold you onto it. Verse 25, or say, I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly. Damn, Solomon, oh wow. Damn. Oh, but so Solomon episode be bia or try be bia. I'll say, verse 25, I'll say, I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness. And I found more bitter than death that the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands, whose pleasing God shall escape from her. Someone of all the wisdom of child, and said the amount for and maybe making sure say won't fall into this kind of woman because I'll bet destroy your life. And then they may be brave can kind second Ezra, I think second Ezra chapter 2. No, first Ezra chapter 2. 2 and 3. Yeah, first Ezra 2 and 4. And then they may be brave prison because of ma. And a crazy and maybe the member be brave at to prison another day. And maybe a member be brave. because social media a long story brother be a while back brother be a okobo baby too because obadi chiti on so obati me chiti on so ma ko boni too crazy Bible is in nyansen your fire or Solomon so or transin na nyansen no onye nyan no ohun say ema no ema o settle up men for over and show Bible doesn't mean say so no worry it doesn't mean say any kwanse me dom no it's me dom but ema is easy to convince Emma easy to convince. But both so Yakopon, ultimate common and convince no. Right. And today when you say in your mama, Munyamedi and Rassimus. So because Mukrumo expect to say, oh, me use Yakopon, me worry about so called boy drama. Me say me you're to me man and Rassim. You say me dear or soon Yakopon. Benedict, Oko social media, how a young girls in the dressing. Not how Mubu. We if and penny for no crown, how Mubu, me come and phone. A idea ferry. Idea ferry. Someone say nyansa or search you in all this fall in the wisdom of seeking you or research or search you in you or say emma so you careful ma. Make I say why not board you could do what? No, yes, in America. Bad matters say emma easy to convince. But both soon you go pono hardly. All right. Yan to also. I say verse 27. I said, behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. Verse 28, which yet my soul seeketh, but I found not. One man among 1,000 I found. Or say, or finding one righteous man, which means they all praise the Most High. Yeah, has some Solomon account. Or say, but a woman among those I found, but a woman among all those have I found not. Solomon worry. Or you can say or has 700 and or 300 concubines. And I'm boy, yeah. And some a maybe but so a some no one finding one righteous. One finding one righteous. Yeah, to also. Verse 29. Lo, this only I have found. Or say, aside from one righteous man, I may find you know, me start finding a sad way. Or say, lo, this only have I found that God made men. God has made men upright. Or say, nyapombo mema or mema upright. Or boy upright. All right. Or say, but they have sought out many inventions. And then they are sorting many inventions. You say they okay say bema ni bema da or bani or bada. And then they cry and come say okay say penny betimi. Tell let me show you YouTube about this and Papa 4 omo Emma young boys ni homosexual. Me share na me both for Psalms and Paul. Surely oppression makes the wise man mad. Let me come through says this phone you almost as so but we say judgment Emma or some okay almost destroying colano almost saying colano life. Let me show you don't see no so says 13 and says 16. Then the teacher and I could to koto breme and the only beman in eda. The teacher bemo and of fat young boy 13 as a 14-year-old and one in the dino and the boy in so the need bema. That evil, but even aside from those brothers, no, when him say due to their circumstances, no, my go to that lifetime, but him so me on baby best, right? And quite almost to some lifetime now. And you maybe almost say nah, you upon bomb no or bomb nam your ban or the share bema body. And quite some no kika. You upon so bomb bema upright. You upon bomb ni pano who influence so be who or ban who influence so be or bema. Ohun say oba ne bema ne de ese omo ware no mo da no ma wo nkola wa nyawpon ambo say bema ne bema emeda nyawpon ammo sa nyawpon ammo say oba ne oba da nyawpon anye say ammo sa bibia nyawpon boy no o meki yen inipa upright ba yen nya trase ye nyanse ne ye say wo na ye modern days no ni anwu say oh say bema kwa ne bema betimi ado ene de ye promote sade no e wo kana But Nyankopon say, o meki yen inipa upright. O meki yen Israelites no upright. Emrasem no de mae no, na emrasem no eme upright. Wa me azonto asori. Eno wa me pastors omo na ndese so no nya, omo na ese so omo Nyankopon akọ heaven akọ any Michael akọ transfer no ti. Obi kura sorry o so okọ heaven okọ Range Rover. Simple pastors. But anyway, all praise the Most High. What Senate prophets na back to us as we saw. Omami who the crane yede and the yedi emrasim so. What yedi emrasim so. So all praise the Most High. My topic no hear wisdom, get understanding. Hear wisdom, get understanding. Emrasim no nyina wisdom. Emrasim no ema understanding. Udi master ne so a wote eno be bi ase. Yesu Kristo amama obia. Yesu Kristo say Bible says Yesu Kristo yetuntum. Nyankopon yetuntum. Abofo ni na yetuntum. That is wisdom and understanding. All right. All praise to Most High. Minister my check. Yeah, 10:24. By the Nyankopon say, say one man one mama toa ya desuane so. Say Nyankopon penny da so nkoma addition ye beto so. But say they be American leadership is great classes. Bet me ahwe oko YouTube iuic baby I will be so UK or London or America type in iuic whatever New York iuic UK videos be brought high the way bet me the ahwe ope twikasa iuic Ghana. All right. Oko Facebook, oko YouTube videos. All right. Ope so send your emails out. Obet me send your emails to nyako iuic.ghana@israelunite.org. iuic.ghana@israelunite.org. And if it's open so free, so your contact information in video, yeah. So bet me a free whatever questions are free. Or suggestions are free, right? Right. Your bumpire say you are Ghana for you know you bet you on free bonnet one day you di embarrassing so. At the end of the day, embarrassment in here. Yeah, say young company say to what. Like I say, maybe I can go to chapter by chapter. But okay, kind Solomon, the end of the Ecclesiastes, or maybe as I say, at the end of the day, I didn't hear I was association say be the embarrassing so. Anything I didn't hear. Okay, kind Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. Or say I didn't only now point if you say be the embarrassing so. And don't kwa Bibia no be. Ultimate got to Gucci and command Yankopon. Ultimate got to Prada and command Yankopon. Now what's the embarrassing so? On any idea there, or if you or near you be near the day, oh yes, Christo. So Brother Tyrell, meanwhile, watch Luke chapter 5, verse 31, and Matthew 6:24. All right, so a question now, obey to me, Abusa. All right. Nana Mane, I can't say, brother, what your friend say. Nana Mane, David Opoku. I hope say the more you're in your 419. Now, what's this on your 419? All right. Bible say, Memoni, Memfa Kwan Bonisu Empisica. Memfa Kwan Bonisu Empisica. All right. But in all, no, it's who it's Mudi Emerson so. Mundi Emerson so. All right, Emerson in here. Ghana for you is life for. Now, point 8 tuntum. Yes, Christo 8 tuntum. Angels need tuntum. Yenny is life for no. The entire year brave because Yendi Emerson, Yendi Emerson so, and then Yampo de no me at you so. All right. She say Yampon Boani that's it in command. You better addition so. You better addition so. Brother Tyrell V. So a question about me, Busa. So any questions what additional yeah the basic say. All right. All right. To say now pon pen or me and kwan that's sitting come you better addition. So now so you kind of say Sabbath class Saturday be ubetumi call iuic videos over YouTube live classes, leadership air live classes every Saturday by Sabbath day. About say the time I say she need the embarrassing so many you know aduane so eja eno aduane you congregate. All right, you keep it Sabbath day in holy so the Bible no air the eka. All right, to say nya upon pay near that certain comma you better what you this one so my scripture now brother Terrell a quote you had the quote into a quote to you sir. Luke chapter 5 verse 31. Luke chapter 5 verse 31. What's it saying? And Jesus answered unto them, they that are whole, okay, all praise the Most High, need no physician, but they that are sick, all praise the Most High. Yeah, because none of me are sick. right? To all praise the Most High, send Yampon to me, healing me through this Bible, through our leadership. So all praise the Most High. Yes, yes. Yampon Bible, our mama for more righteous pastors. No. Yampon the Bible, yen yare meaning yen your boyfriend and girlfriend. You who the crown. To you in the crown, I won't say no. And you can say me your boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Yes. Matthew 6:24. Ultimately serve and upon any sika, right? Because the love of money is the root of all evil. Obu odi sika to the stand say osisinia ekuninia obeki sabab de ni epesika, right? Into ultimately serve on upon M1 empesika pieces kesa and yet the love and some sikanso, right? Ultimately and yes amani, right? The operates the most sides in young pom penny that's certain kuma you bet what you understand so. All right, saying it. I hope say munyamo prepare about Passover, right? So only about Passover. Passover is one of the feasts there. I can Exodus chapter 12. Young pom ebe yen and free in Kwasumo, Egypt. Okacha some mofa muku upon china would join no more fight moja in your door post. And the angel on the bar near the one queen and then Bible friend of Passover. Into Passover so beginning of the year, right? Into right now you moon no into 14 days, you can take 14 days the next day and you marry the Passover, meaning the beginning of the new year. New year any January the 1st, any Bible no baby. New year started end of March. Moon ba you can take 4 days, evening, the new year started. All right, new year started between end of March and beginning of April. All right, the Passover no Bible says say the unleavened bread, making sure say yeast beer any ufie, all right, cleaning yeast beer free ufie. But I said the can leadership by a great class on YouTube ko Passover, right? Ne who sa fashion na de eba no. Enti nyampon bone da so tin koma ye beto ya addition so. It be say and shalom. Most in Christ bless.